Can you describe a typical working day?
Well, what I enjoy the most about the work that I do is that there is no such thing as a typical day. I work for different clients on different projects, and when the client needs me for something, I have to be ready to respond. So I can be in meetings, I can be running a workshop or a discussion, or quite often I can be in my own office in front of a computer screen or on the phone.
Do you have enough time for leisure?
Well, some weeks I do work very long hours, and I also have teenage children. The combination of those two things does sometimes make it difficult to find enough time for leisure for myself. But to answer your question, even so, yes, I think I do have enough time for leisure.
What do you like doing to relax?
At the weekends, I spend a lot of my time reading the newspaper. I catch up on the news from the previous week. And also, I try to go out running. Now, running may not sound like something that is very relaxing, but I think that it's very important to get outside into the fresh air and see the countryside. So that's why I run.
Interview 1.
So, Mark, you work for a fashion company in Milan. Tell me about your working life. What do you do when you get to work?
First, I say hello to all my colleagues, and then I check my email.
Where do you have lunch?
We have a long lunch break. I sometimes go home for lunch because it's close to work. The other days, I have lunch with colleagues in a restaurant.
How much do you travel for your job?
Not a lot, but I always go to the fashion shows in Paris and New York.
And what do you do on the weekend?
On Saturday nights, I meet friends for a meal, or we go clubbing.
Interview 2.
So what do you do, Isabel?
I work for a pharmaceutical company. I'm a research assistant.
Can you tell me about your working day? What do you do when you get to work?
I'm always at my desk at 7 o'clock. First, I check my email and my diary. Then I have a coffee with my colleagues.
Where do you have lunch?
I don't stop for lunch. I usually have a sandwich at my desk.
How often do you travel for work?
I never travel for work. I'm always in the office.
What about the weekend? What do you do?
I've got 2 small children, so I like to spend time with them. On Saturday evenings, we sometimes invite friends round for dinner, or we go to the cinema. It depends if we can get a babysitter.
Interview 3.
What do you do, Dan?
I'm a sales manager for Africa and Europe.
Tell me about your working day. What do you do when you get to the office?
First, I have a meeting with my team. Then I check my BlackBerry and reply to important emails.
Where do you have lunch?
I usually have lunch in the company restaurant. About twice a week I go out for lunch with visitors.
How often do you travel on business?
I'm away a lot. I visit the sales office in South Africa 3 times a year. And I'm in Europe once a month for a week.
And what do you do on the weekend?
I like quiet weekends. I read a lot and listen to music. On Sunday mornings, I play golf.